Hi guys, this is Tobias Oleynik from Online Dog Training Academy. Today's question is, what am I going to do if my dog is screaming, vocalizing in obedience because he simply has too much drive? The answer to this question is not that easy, I have to admit this, due to the fact that I do not know exactly why the dog is doing that and how he's doing that. In general, I can tell you out of my experience, and I'm doing dog training since 1997, that the majority of dogs who are vocalizing are just having too much drive or a too high expectation when it comes to obedience training. Long story short, it is a matter of fact that the whole obedience is at the end of the day a balance from motivation on the one hand and concentration on the other hand. The key for motivation is a ball. And now if you have a dog who is super high in drive, who is super possessive, and he would actually almost die for getting his ball, you can imagine that the drive level from this dog is very, very high. And due to the fact that in the beginning when you entered the field, you played with him and it was awesome, you created an expectation for that dog. And after several repetitions, the second when you enter the field, the dog has the expectation that you play with him. What if you ask him now to do a sit exercise, you start to do your healing, pretty much you do your training. So, long story short, you are not fulfilling this expectation. And the dog says, you know what, give me my ball, because it was always like that. What you can do instead of putting more gasoline into the fire and play with him and fulfill his expectation by the end of the training, because at the end you will play with him, what you can do better is you can lower his drive level due to the fact to use food instead of the ball. I mentioned this earlier that obedience is a balance from motivation on the one hand and concentration on the other hand. The key for motivation and power is a ball, attack / prey drive. The key for focus, for concentration is food. Lower drive level, way easier for the dog to learn, and the nice side effect is the dog will be calmer when you work him with food in comparison to with a ball. This is option number one. So you want to go away from the ball and you want to use more food in your training. But this is just a temporary solution, because if you now go and train your dog only with food in a lower drive level, you may want to call me then in 4 or 5 weeks or months and complain, hey Tobias, now I have a dog who is super calm but he's almost sleeping. Yes, this is what a good dog trainer is able to do. He's able to find the balance. Means what is true today is maybe totally wrong tomorrow. Here my suggestion is come to the point that you can read your dog. If he needs more focus and concentration, then you want to work him with food. If you then feel, hey, now he's super focused but there is no power in my dog anymore, then you want to go back and work him with a ball. This is one solution. The other solution is, if you have a dog who is vocalizing and has a very high drive and a very high expectation, how about to not reward him every second, third step in healing? I promise you one thing, if your dog is used to that you reward him quite a lot during your training routine, he creates this expectation. What if to not fulfill this expectation? Let him do the whole routine and give him once at the end a ball. I promise you, your dog will become calmer and calmer and calmer. A very good example to that is the long lay down exercise. If I have a dog who is very powerful, first of all, I separate the long lay down exercise from the rest of the obedience routine. The reason to that is I don't want to create expectation. And this is actually what a lot of us dog trainers are doing. We are creating an expectation after the long lay down, and the expectation is we place yourself there, the other guy or the other girl is doing the routine, you can watch this, and then I come to you, I pick you up, and we start either to train. During the training routine he will get his ball, he will get his reward, or I reward him immediately. So I create an expectation. At the end of the day, I am complaining about the fact that my dog starts to vocalize, he may barks in the long lay down. What to do better? Very simple, place him there, go and get him, do not reward him, and just leave the field. So you do not create an expectation, and the nicely side effect is that your dog has no expectations and he won't vocalize or he won't bark. So instead of fighting against fire with petrol, make sure that you are smarter than your dog. Thanks for watching and see you next time.